Hello and welcome back to the David and Aidan show. My name is Aidan.
And my name is David.
And we're on video now. These are what our faces look like. We haven't been on video in a long time. So here we are.
6 months.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. We're kind of, adding in a new component to the show here. We are going to be doing these little shorter video components to the podcast. The long form podcast isn't going anywhere. We have lots of episodes in the works. But we figured, since it does take us a little bit of time to get all the planning done for an episode, we would, throw out some of these little smaller reaction videos, stuff like that, to kind of spruce up the channel.
Exactly.
And I am pretty sure, since we got all the video stuff working now, that we will be moving the podcast to video as well. So it's a very exciting time.
Yes.
It's very exciting. So subscribe to our YouTube channel and... yeah, what are we talking about today, David?
Today we are talking about the newest trailer for my most anticipated movie of 2020. Hopefully, I can see it in theaters, pandemic and all.
Yes.
TENET, Christopher Nolan's new movie. This is going to be my first time seeing a Christopher Nolan movie in theaters, so I'm excited about that.
Nice.
Let's give our hot take. What do you think about the trailer?
I'm so excited. It looks so good. Say what you want about Christopher Nolan. I was in a film class yesterday, and our teacher spent about 20 minutes dissing Christopher Nolan. And,
no!
Yeah, so
Why?
I really like his movies. Inception is, I think, still my third favorite movie right now.
I'm pumped out of my mind. Christopher Nolan, sorry to make your film teacher upset. He's my favorite director working. But yeah, I am pumped. So, want to just get into breaking it down?
Yes.
The first takeaway from the trailer is that TENET is not the ability, it is the organization. Mm-hmm. And then, kind of like Inception, this one is called Inversion. So, I guess, I was wondering why they didn't call it the movie Inversion, because they want to spell it backwards as well. So, just to be a little cynical, because after all, it's YouTube, we have to be a little cynical. The main threat of this movie is something bigger than Armageddon. Big hot take, my least favorite Nolan movie that I've seen is Interstellar. I know people love that movie. It's great. It's just out of all of the other ones, Memento, Inception, Dark Knight, it is my least favorite. He thrives when he works on smaller movies, like Memento is amazing. Inception, while it's a larger-than-life power, father-son relationship. So that's the stuff that he really thrives at. Hopefully, the cool power doesn't get lost in translation. I don't think it will. This is just my little... If I could have one concern about the movie, and I'm not even concerned about it, that's the one. This is a random one. But in the trailer, it also, when they show the credits, from the visionary director of The Dark Knight, they cut to Robert Pattinson, who is going to be the Batman.
Yes.
So I like that.
Yeah.
And then a couple more takeaways. Now, this is what I don't get. So the final line of the trailer is this reversing the flow of time doesn't us being here right now means it never happens. So, and they say it's not time travel, but that kind of sounds like time travel. So, plot sounds confusing enough already.
Yeah, it sounds like a movie that you're gonna have to watch many times to understand.
Many times, yes.
Yeah. Same with Inception, that movie I still don't fully understand. I mean, I know everyone has their own opinions, but it's, a lot of, I think especially his movies, but just that kind of genre of movie, you have to kind of think about it. And I really like combining that kind of thinker kind of genre there with, action and something that at its surface would look very simple and hey, it's this action movie, but you dig down and it actually becomes this big puzzle of real things, real topics, and it's a really interesting thing.
I find it funny, this is giving total Inception vibes. Inception came out at the beginning of the decade in 2010. Here we are in 2020.
Yeah.
Can't wait for 2030.
Yeah. I will be old, but it's going to be exciting because movies.
At the end, they say coming to theaters, no release date.
Ooh, okay.
And then the official Twitter banner doesn't have the June 17th release date anymore.
Oh, June, yeah.
So I'm really hoping that it's not June, because I'm not sure about you. I have a father who will not let me go to the theater in June.
Yeah, and
so I really hope
here in Illinois, nothing is open. We're not gonna have movie theaters open probably until next year. So
yes.
Yeah.
I hope it gets postponed. Maybe November.
Oh yeah, that would be a great time.
That's when Black Widow's coming out. I think the final shot of the movie is going to be this decade's Inception moment, where we debate forever what does it mean, especially with that line. Like, does it actually happen? That's total Inception vibes right there.
Right.
I'm still confused about the power. I'm glad I am confused. If I knew exactly what it was going to happen in a Christopher Nolan movie, that would be disappointing.
I like it because I think, you know, it'll be cool to pick it apart afterwards. I think it's going to be really cool. All the different, because, you know, I mean, like Inception, and if you're gonna go off his track record, there's probably gonna be very, like, you're not gonna know exactly what happened at the end of the movie. It's gonna be very, you know, confusing.
Up to interpretation.
And I really like, you know, interpreting it, and I think it's gonna be cool to see what, you know, the viewers think. I think there's gonna be probably a lot of people having different, you know, camps of belief of what, you know, it all means and stuff. So it's gonna be really interesting to see.
Earlier, John David Washington, great name. I'm not biased, but because if you don't know, my full name is actually John David.
Cool.
So he says, like, when they're in that bullet room, and then he shows like they're reloading the bullets. So it's forward in time and backwards in time. Is it happening for the whole world? Definitely. I like that World War III is going to be caused by like an organization. That's cool.
I have no doubt that the film will be very successful. So yeah, it's going to be really cool.
All right, so that wraps up our Tenet trailer breakdown. Hopefully you guys enjoyed these shorter videos on the podcast YouTube channel, because it allows me to talk about stuff that I couldn't talk on basically Star Wars, and same for Aidan. We couldn't talk about the trailer on Aidan Films. So yeah, this is going to be cool. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. Make sure you subscribe, share this. You can find me on Twitter at David Lawler YT. And you can find me on YouTube at basically Star Wars.
You can find me on my channel at Aidan Films, at _it's_Aidan on Instagram, Aidan_films on Twitter, and Aidan_films on Letterboxed. I've been using Letterboxed a ton. It's been a lot of fun. So I'm gonna start doing some more lists and stuff on there. So thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, leave a like on the video if you want to see more shorter content like this, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.